Hey YouTubers, RC here with RC67. Been a little bit since I've made some videos, but I've been pretty busy doing some custom work and just out kind of doing some Hot Wheels shopping. So the first car I got on the turnstile right now is a 1969 Dodge Charger with a blown engine. And when I bought this car, I found this car, it was in a multi-pack and it was that purple color with like the silver flames down it. So I stripped it apart, well, pulled it apart, stripped it out, and then I painted it into the General Lee colors, and I put a set of rubber Real Riders Redline Hot Wheel tires on it that I picked up at the Redline shop. So a lot of you guys know what I do here, but I'll show you anyways. So those little musher heads on the bottom there, I'll drill those out, and then throw the car in the stripper, get it out, sand it down, polish it, and then get it ready for paint. Then I paint it. Got the decals set up on it, and then of course did some detail work on the engine, and then a little detail work on the interior there, and then put it all back together and put a little super glue in those holes, and it holds it pretty good. So that was the first one here, General Lee. I've done a couple of these recently. I think this is my fourth one I've done in the last couple of months. And I've really actually had a lot of fun. I've got a bunch of Dodge Chargers in my collection, and I thought, you know what, let's make some General Lees. So that is one of them on the turnstile we just finished up here. The second one here is a 1964 Corvette, and I got this at a little it's called Brass Armadillo in the area where I live. It's kind of like a large indoor flea market. And I think I found this in a bin for 50 cents. And the original color on it was red. It had a black stripe down the hood. And again, pulled it apart, throw it in the stripper, polish it, sand it, things like that. And then I painted this into that Gulf blue color and then added some Gulf livery decals to it as well. And I put a set of Real Rider rubber tires on it, so it gives it a much better stance. So now I have a Corvette in my collection that I have customized with the Gulf livery on it. So it came out pretty good. I just finished this one up today, actually. But it was a lot of fun to work on this one. So again, same thing here, guys. Pulled out the, sanded out those. Did a little detail on the bottom here. Sanded it, polished it, painted it, and then put it back together. So that is the second car. Third car, you guys know I do a lot of Fords. And this car here, I also picked up at that little Brass Armadillo place and pulled it all apart. This one was black with some red flames on it, and it had the hard plastic wheels on it. So I pulled this one apart and I painted it this, it's called Royal Blue, and then detailed a little bit of the engine. I put some gold mag wheels on it, and then got it all detailed and ready to go. So this car will go into the 32 Ford collection that I've been working on over the last several years here. Did a little chrome work on the front of the firewall there, so it kind of separates out the engine from the car a little bit better. And again, same thing as usual, drill it out on the bottom of the car, pull it apart, throw it in the stripper, sand it down, polish it, and then get it ready for paint. And then the final car that I got is a 1969 Corvette. This is a super treasure hunt, and I picked this car up a couple days ago, actually off eBay. There was a guy that had one, and it turned out he was actually in my area. He had one in his collection he was selling, and it was a pretty good price, I thought, so I decided I would go ahead and buy it. So one of the ways you guys can tell, though, if it's a super treasure hunt or a treasure hunt, so the super treasure hunts, let me get it over here, will have this little TH on the corner of the car somewhere. This is on the rear quarter panels of the cars. And of course, it'll have rubber tires. And then, of course, the paint job is going to be more of a Spectra Flame paint job, rather just your red. So if you had the mainline Corvette like this, it would just be red. And then the Super Treasure Hunt, which this is kind of that Spectra Flame red color. So it's a little bit more speckly, a little bit more shinier, and it has that TH in the corner. So if you guys are looking for treasure hunts or super treasure hunts, look for the TH on the car somewhere, or the little circle fireball or fire flame that they have on some of the cars. So anyway, that is what I've been up to lately with some of my cars in my collection. I got a few more I'll be probably working on here in the next few days. Hopefully I'll get those up for you guys as well. But if you guys like what you saw, please comment or subscribe. And I hope everyone's having a great weekend. This is RC with RC67 signing out.